So imagine performing your talent in front of thousands of people, being in the place that you love, or how happy do you feel when you're sitting in a stadium watching your favorite team play? Uh, my name is KT, and I'm here to talk about the goods of a great sport. Well, I'm confused. So the sport I'm talking about is football. It's a very physical and exciting sport. I believe that it's really helpful to the economy, and it keeps kids out of trouble. Pretty much, and it gives like fans joy. First of all, I believe that football is helpful to the economy because it helps create jobs for everybody, for players, for water boys. You can say water boys, coaches, anybody that wants to pretty much be on the football field and help out. And football pretty much since football is a big thing in the USA. Then and a lot of fans love to buy jerseys. Most of the pretty much most of the jerseys that people buy goes back to the NFL, and sometimes the NFL uses that kind of money to make stadiums for the Super Bowl. And secondly, I want to talk about how football gives kids a better future and a straight path. Pretty much, according to the Washington Post, somebody said that football has helped them connect with their parents, helped them get closer to their family, and it has helped kids go to college. So pretty much I came from a small town, and I really think that I was gonna play football in college because people said I was mediocre, I wasn't that good, but I pretty much I proved them wrong. So now I'm playing football in college, and which is helping me improve my skills, being more responsible, And finally, the reason why I believe football is good for the fans because it brings people together, unity. So pretty much, what I mean by unity is that people on Super Bowl, there's about 5 million people that watch the Super Bowl, and just anybody watches it, people that don't even watch football, and it's just it's a great time for anybody to interact and to talk about the favorite players. And here's my conclusion that I believe why football is good. It's a good effect for the U.S. It pretty much helps people. As football players help feed their families because since there's not that many jobs, football players can help their families and stuff. Helps kids have role models. I know almost every kid looks up to Odell Beckham. Almost everybody knows about him. And I have a video of a deaf person that football changed his life.
This morning, a battery commercial is the latest internet sensation. It stars Derek Colt Coleman of the Seattle Seahawks. He is the only athlete in NFL history to play offense, despite the fact he is legally deaf. Whitaker caught up with Coleman as he gets ready for a chance to break one more barrier, the Super Bowl.
When the Seattle Seahawks take on the San Francisco 49ers this weekend, no one will be paying better attention than Derek Coleman.
I have to be aware, I have to be focused more than everybody else.
Diagnosed with profound hearing loss, Coleman relies on lip reading and his own unique way of communicating with the quarterback.
He knows to look at me. If he makes an audible at the line of scrimmage, he knows to tell everybody to just turn back at me one more time, and he'll tell me to play.
It's the way he's always played the game.
I'm capable of doing what everybody else can do, and despite whether if I have hearing loss or not.
Your hearing loss is no excuse.
No, you can't use your problem as an excuse, because using an excuse, you're not going to get to your dream.
He was taught that philosophy at an early age. Turns out, to really know Derek Coleman's story, you have to meet the parents. His mother, May Hamlin, and father, Derek Coleman Sr., were worried when their son began losing his hearing at the age of 3.
You feel that uncertainty, that fear as a parent, is my child going to be okay?
He was definitely teased. He was bullied. They would call him 4 ears.
My mom always said people who make fun of you and trying to bring you down are already down. They're trying to bring you to their level.
These days, Coleman wears a skull cap to keep his hearing aids in place under his helmet. As a kid, he had to improvise.
I took a pair of my pantyhose and I cut the pantyhose and I tied the top of it and I said, well, let's see if this works and if this holds them in. And so, lo and behold, it worked.
A lot of people say, oh, your football career started with the pantyhose. I'm like, well, everybody has their story and that just happened to be mine.
By the time he reached high school in Southern California, it was Coleman's athletic ability, not his disability, that garnered attention.
I was like, wow, this kid, he can play football. I would be running up down the field right alongside with him. So at that point, you started to feel it. You're like, hey, he has something.
Look at him, oh my God, go. And he knew exactly where I sat. I couldn't sit around people in fear that they would say something negative about his hearing. He knew exactly where I sat, all the way at the top, alone by myself.
I always knew she was in that corner.
Despite his college stats, he rushed for 1,700 yards and scored 19 touchdowns for UCLA. He was passed over in the NFL draft.
Maybe just a blessing in disguise.
He was invited to try out for the Seahawks.
A bad thing happened, I didn't get drafted. Well, there was an opportunity right after that, and to go prove them wrong that they should have drafted me, they should have got me.
I think he proved it.
Oh, yeah, I'm proving it now, but I still got a long way to go. I was picked on and picked last.
Coleman's Duracell commercial has over 4 million views in only 5 days.
And now I'm here with a lot of fans in the NFL cheering me on, and I can hear them all.
Seahawks coach Pete Carroll says the ad is inspiring, and he's already seen Coleman's positive impact on others.
I've seen Derek talk to kids before that have same kind of issues that they deal with, and he's an extraordinary model, and he's got a great message.
A big dream has to be just sitting out there. The Super Bowl.
You're within reach.
That's pretty much my presentation.